কথামৃতা তপ্ত জীবনা কবিভিরিতা কল্মষাপহা কথামৃতা তপ্ত জীবনা কবিভিরিতা কল্মষাপহা শ্রবণমঙ্গলা শ্রীমদাততা ভুবি গৃহ্ণন্তি যে ভূরিদা জনা শ্রবণমঙ্গলা শ্রীমদাততা ভুবি গৃহ্ণন্তি ये ভূরিদা জনা তব কথামৃতা তপ্ত জীবনা কবিভিরিতা কল্মষাপহা শ্রবণমঙ্গলা শ্রীমদাততা ভুবি গৃহ্ণন্তি যে ভূরিদা জনা Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So how is everyone doing? What does it mean? I presume it means wonderful. Once someone told that one of the workers in the house was very surprised because that person was telling that these people always come and say horrible, horrible. All the time they say horrible, horrible. So yesterday who asked about Aghasuras? Yeah. So yeah, Aghasura was the son of Sankhachura demon. It's a very powerful demon. Sankhachura was actually an associate of Krishna. He became a demon. And this boy, his name was actually Agha. Agha means sinless. And he was very handsome, and the handsome son of a wealthy person become very arrogant. So one day he saw a sage called Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra, do you know about the Ashtavakra sage? Yeah, he's bent in 8 places. His body is very kind of deformed. And seeing him, he started to laugh. And then Ashtavakra then cursed him that you're so proud of your handsome appearance, so I curse you that you will become the ugliest snake. And as a result of that, he became Aghasura. And so he begged forgiveness, asked him to withdraw that curse. So he said, I am not in a position to withdraw the curse, but when the Lord will come in Vaivashvata Manvantar of 28 Chaturjuga, then you will be delivered by him. So that's how Aghasura was delivered. Okay, so there is some very beautiful description of Radharani's meeting with Krishna. So Lalita and Vishakha, 2 very intimate friends of Radharani, could sense that Radha's mind is very much afflicted. So they spoke to her secretly. And Radharani admitted that she's feeling an intense love for somebody, but she couldn't make out who that person was. Her heart is running towards him, but she couldn't figure out. So then they painted. They could consider that it must be Krishna. So they painted a picture of Krishna and presented to her. And seeing that picture, Radharani first became bashful. Her eyes lowered and her cheeks became pink and her head drooped down. And then it seemed that she became very excited. And the next thing is she fainted. So Lalita and Vishakha nursed her and brought her back to her senses. So when she came back to her senses, she started to cry and cry. And she said that I won't be able to maintain this body without meeting him, without him. So immediately Lalita ran to Krishna and told him about what happened. So he said, okay, So he immediately left his business of tending the calves, tending the cows, and left the boys, saying that, well, I'll go on, I'll leave for a while, I'll come back soon. So, then Krishna, in the meantime, Krishna actually assured that he would come. And so then Lalita reported to Radha that he will be coming. I reported to him, he will come. And then Radharani asked that, please tell me how to worship him. He'll be coming, or how to win his favor. So there was a gopi called Chandranana. She told, serving Tulasi gives the greatest piety, good fortune, and greatest benediction. So, service to Tulsi will positively give you Krishna's association. And so here is the beautiful description, how she is advising how to serve Tulasi Maharani. So I'll just read this part. Chandranana said, O Radha, service to Tulasi gives the greatest piety, the greatest good fortune, and the greatest benediction. It gives Lord Krishna's association. You should always gaze on Tulasi, touch her, remember her, glorify her, bow down before her, offer prayers to her, plant her, and worship her. Then she will grant your desire. Those who day after day serve Tulasi in the 9 ways attain the result of pious deeds performed during many thousands of millions of yugas. One who plants Tulasi liberates his family. As many branches, sub-branches, seeds, flowers and leaves as are on the Tulasi he has planted, so many ancestors and descendants in his family for thousands of kalpa yugas will go to Lord Krishna's transcendental abode. So now we know why we are worshipping Tulasi Maharani, why Prabhupada introduced this culture of worshipping Tulasi every day. Those who plant a sacred Tulasi forest which fulfills desires and removes all sins are the best of people. They'll never see Jamaraj. For persons who plant, protect, water, see or touch her, Tulasi burns the sins committed with the body, mind and words. On a single Tulasi leaf, the holy places beginning with Pushkara, the sacred rivers beginning with Ganga, and the deities headed by Lord Vasudev reside. In one branch, one leaf of Tulasi, all the best of the holy places, the holiest of the rivers, and the deity of Vasudev resides. Even though stained with 100 sins, a person who touches a Tulasi Manjari as he leaves this life does not see Jamaraj. Now you see the importance of placing Tulasi Manjari as one leaves his body. Sin does not touch the body of a sinner anointed with Tulasi paste. Wherever is the beautiful shade of a Tulasi forest, there Shraddha should be offered. There Akshaya should be offered to the Pitas. So this is how Chandranana suggested Tulasi to Radha to how to worship Tulasi. And then Sri Narada Muni then told Bahulasa, understanding the austerity Radha had undergone in her service to Tulasi and wishing to test Radha's love, Sri Krishna went to King Vrishabhanu's palace. But transforming himself as a woman, as a gopi. So she went there, Krishna went, and she was so beautiful. O king, transforming himself into a wonderfully beautiful gopi, decorated with tinkling anklets, bells, rings, jewel bracelets, armlets, pearl necklaces, and a splendid nose pearl, and with beautiful dark braids like a sword with a glory of sunrise, Krishna gazed at King Vrishabhanu's beautiful palace, which was surrounded by walls and moat, which had 4 gates, each guarded by regal elephants, black as kajal, which had many colorful horses that could run as fast as the wind or the mind, and which had many necklaces, chamaras, splendid pavilions, courtyards, cows, calves, saintly bulls, and cowherds that held a flute and sticks and sang very sweetly. So we can see 5,000 years ago what kind of opulence they used to have. Magically assuming the appearance of a young girl, Krishna gazed at the glory of King Vrishabhanu's palace and then entered the women's quarters, where there were many columns and doors splendid as 10 million suns, where there are jeweled courtyards in which many jewel-like women glistened, and where beautiful women holding flowers and playing veenas, kartals, mridangas, and other instruments sang of Sri Radha's virtues. In those inner apartments of the palace, there's a large and splendid garden filled with many great pomegranates, kunda, mukunda, and nimba trees, and splendid with many ketaki, malati, and madhavi vines. In that place was Radha's garden, which was fragrant with many kalpavriksha trees, where many bees mad after honey flew, where a fragrant, cool, gentle breeze blew, scattering the pollens of many thousand-petal lotus flowers, where cuckoo couples, peacock, cranes, and parrots cooed sweetly in the groves, where there were thousands of flower couches and thousands of artificial streams. O King of Kings, and where there were many millions of glittering and expert gopi friends, their faces very beautiful, their garments wonderfully colored, and their earrings like rising suns in a temple of clouds. So Narad Muni is describing that. In their midst, Queen Radha wandered in the palace courtyard, which was anointed with kumkum paste, splendid with fine curtains, and filled up to her ankles with shirish petals, anointed with drops of malati honey. There's slender, delicate Radha, glorious like many millions of moon, languidly moved her delicate lotus feet. Then King Vrishabhanu's daughter Radha saw the disguised Krishna enter the palace courtyard. His splendor eclipsed the splendor of all the other girls. As the moon eclipses the stars, understanding the greatness of this visitor, with both arms Radha embraced the disguised Krishna, placed him on a glorious throne, and worshipped him with argha and other objects, as he were a very important person. Sri Radha said, "Beautiful friend, welcome. Please tell me your name. I am very fortunate that today you have come. On this earth, I do not see anyone glorious like you. O girl with beautiful eyebrows, the city where you stay is very fortunate." So in this way, Radha greeted her, and she continued, "O beautiful one, come here and meet my everyday. Please come here and meet me every day. And if not that, give a place where we may meet. Arrange the way we may always meet. You are more dear to me than my own self. Your form is like that of Braja's prince, who has captured my heart. I am happy as if I were with him." Sri Narada said, after hearing Radha's words, Lord Krishna was magically transformed into a young girl, spoke to lotus-eyed Radha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "O girl, whose thighs are graceful as banana trees, I live in Gokul, just north of Nanda's palace at Nandagram. My name is Gopadevata. From Lalita's mouth I heard of the sweetness of your beauty and the virtues. O girl, with a restless glance, now I have come to your home to see it. O girl with lotus eyes, you are a lotus flower with the fragrance of lavanga flowers and the buzzing of bees in a grove of gunja. Even in the city of Indra, no one has ever seen or heard of anyone like you." The Narad Muni continued, "O king of Mithila, that is Bahulasha, in this way they met in that garden. They fell in love. O king of Mithila, laughing, singing, playing with a toy ball made of flowers and glancing at each other, they walked among the trees in that garden. With sweet words, Gopadevata spoke to lotus-eyed, artistic Radha." So Gopadevata said, "O queen of Braja, sunset has come. Nandagram is far away. At sunrise, I'll return to you. Of this there is no doubt." Hearing his words, Radha, the queen of Braja, began to weep. The hair of her body erect, she fell to the ground like a banana tree struck by a wind. Her worried friends quickly came and fanned her with many fans. Then Gopadevata spoke to Radha, whose garments were anointed with sandalwood paste and the nectar of flowers. Gopadevata said, "At sunrise I will return, O Radha. Don't lament. If I do not go, I will break the promise I made to milk my brother's cow." So then, with this word, Krishna left. Then, in the next morning, when the night had passed, Lord Krishna again magically transformed into a woman, went to King Vrishabhanu's palace to quiet Radha's distress. When she saw he had come, Radha became very happy. Standing up, she offered him a seat and worshipped him according to custom. Sri Radha said, "I was very happy at night. I was very unhappy at night without you. O friend, now that you have come, I am like one who has found a great treasure. O beautiful one, first you made me happy and then you made me sad. Hearing these words, Gopadevata became sad, as if she were morose. She did not say anything to Sri Radha. Understanding that Gopadevata has become unhappy, Radha and her friends considered the situation. Full of affection, Radha spoke. "O beautiful one, why are you so unhappy? O Gopadevata, please tell me, did your mother, brother, sister, or sister-in-law spoke angry words to you? Did a co-wife fault you? Are you separated from your brother? Does something else trouble your heart? O beautiful one, why are you unhappy? Did some trouble happen to you here? On your way here? Do you have a sickness? O beautiful one, please tell me at length why you are so unhappy. Did some Brahmana who was not a devotee of Krishna spoke ill to you? O girl," so in this way she addressed. So when Krishna heard that, these words of love, he smiled and spoke to Radha, Sri Radha. Sri Gopadevata said, as he was walking on the beautiful narrow pathway by the hillside, and I was also walking there to sell my yogurt, Nanda's son, Krishna, stopped me. Carrying a flute and holding a stick in his hand, the shameless fellow grabbed my hand, laughed, and said, "Now you must pay a tax to me." Talking in this way, he enjoyed in the forest. When I said, "I'll never pay anything to you, oh rake, greedy after yogurt," he took the yogurt pot and broke it. After breaking the pot, he drank the yogurt, grabbed my bodice, and then ran off towards Nandishar hill. That is why I am so unhappy. Although by birth he is a Gopa, today he has become a low-class Sudra. He is not a hero and he does not have good character. O saintly girl, today you should be free of illusion. Give up your love for this Krishna. Surprised to hear these harsh and hateful words, King Brishabhanu's daughter Radha smiled and eloquently spoke to her. Sri Radha said, "Foolish friend, why do you criticize Lord Krishna, the original and perfect Supreme Personality of Godhead, who to enjoy pastimes, remove the earth's burden, and bring auspiciousness to the devotees, has descended to the earth? To attain him, Brahma, Shiva, and all the demigods perform great yoga austerities. Dattatreya, Sukadev, Kapila, Asuri, and Angira touch the honey pollen of his lotus feet. The Gopas protect the cows. Without touching water, they are covered with cow's dust. They chant the cow's names day and night. They see the cow's beautiful faces. On this earth, no birth is better than that of the Gopas." Gazing at Krishna's dark handsomeness, Shiva became attracted to him. So much so that he gave up all normal happiness. Wearing matted hair, drinking poison, covered with ashes, and decorated with snakes and skulls, Shiva now walks and runs about like a madman. Just because of his attraction for this Krishna. So then she's continued. He killed Vatsasura, Aghasura, Kaliya, Vaka. He delivered the Arjun trees, Dhenuka, Trinavarta, Sakatasura, and Putana. How great are his glories! He is the creator and destroyer of many millions of universes. To him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one is more dear than his devotees. Neither Shiva, Brahma, Lakshmi, nor Balaram is more dear. Lord Krishna is the crest jewel of all persons. His heart, now bound with love, becomes the humble follower of his devotees. Following his devotees here and there, he purifies the world. He loudly declares his love for his devotees. To those who worship him, Lord Krishna easily gives liberation, but he does not easily give pure devotional service. The Gopa Devata then said, "O Radha, your intelligence laughs at Brihaspati, and your works cleverly mock the Vedas." Must be your words. Your words cleverly mock the Vedas. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself comes here and confirms your words, only then I will believe them. I'll believe what you said if only Krishna comes here. Shri Radha said, "O girl with beautiful eyebrows, tell me, if the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes here, what will I do about you? If the Lord who wears a forest garland comes, I'll not be able to give my palace and all my wealth to you." Saying that, Radha stood up, bowed before Krishna and gave him a seat. Then she closed her eyes in meditation, watching his beloved perspiring and full of longings, and watching her face with tears that ran down her neck. And as her friends looked on, Lord Krishna, who is kind to his devotees, became pleased at heart with her and suddenly manifested his own male form. He spoke to her in a voice as deep as thunder. Shri Krishna said, "O girl, whose thighs are like banana trees, O girl, whose face is like the moon, O queen of the beautiful girls of Braja, O Radha, O beloved, O girl with all the virtues of youth, open your eyes, look, called by your sweet words, I have come. When I heard you say, O Krishna, please come, I at once left the Gopas at Vamsibat by the Jamuna shore and ran here to please you. O beautiful one, I have come. O saintly one, I am here. What Yakshi, Ashuri, demigoddess or Kinnaris could have fooled you with magic as I have? You would not have believed them, nor would you have believed a snake goddess either." So then Radharani gazed at Krishna and bowed before his lotus feet. Her desire fulfilled, she was very happy. One who with devotion hears these wonderful pastimes of Lord Krishna Chandra attains the supreme goal of life. I thought of instead of just go read, then just describing. Because these details are so beautiful. Okay, so let me see. So here Bahulash actually asked, after he tasted Radha's love and then revealed himself to her, what pastime did the Lord enjoy? Then Narad Muni said, in the month of Madhava, April-May, when Vrindavan forest was filled with blossoming Madhavi vines, Lord Krishna, the king of Rasa dance, began the Rasa dance pastime. On the 5th day of the month Madhava, as the moon beautifully rose in a garden by Jamuna's shore, handsome Krishna enjoyed with Sri Radha, the queen of Rasa dance. Okay. Thank you. Okay, and so there's some description, then I go to this way. Narad Muni is describing, O king, they were all young and had faces as glorious as the moon. The 12 groups, they approached Sri Krishna. Then the Jamuna became a dark-complexioned, lotus-eyed, dressed in blue and decorated with jewels, leader of a group of gopis, and came there. Then the Ganga became a fair complexioned, dressed in white and decorated with pearls, leaders of a group of gopis, and also came there. Then goddess Rama became a gently smiling, moon complexion, dressed in red and decorated with rubies, leader of a group of gopis, also came there. Then Lord Krishna's wife, named Madhumadhavi, became a lotus complexioned, dressed in beautiful garments and decorated with flowers, leader of a group of gopis, also came there. Then Viraja river became a golden complexion, dressed in green and decorated with jewels, leader of a group of gopis, also came there. Then the group led by Lalita, Vishakha and goddess Lakshmi arrived. In this way, the 8 principal friends of Sri Krishna came, and 16 more friends also came. Then 32 more groups of gopis came. O king, accompanied by these many women, the Lord was splendidly manifest in the Rasa dance circle. Then in Vrindavan forest, Lord Krishna became like a handsome dancer dressed in yellow garments. He became like a moon, accompanied by many stars in the sky. Holding a stick, wearing a garland, earrings and peacock feather crown, playing the flute, singing surrounded by the beautiful gopis and full of love for them, Lord Krishna shone with Radha in Rasa dance as Kamdev shines with Rati. Taking his beloved Radha's lotus hand in his lotus hand, Lord Krishna went to the Jamuna's sacred shore. Looking at his beloved Vrindavan forest and sweetly conversing, Lord Krishna sat down by the Jamuna's beautiful water. Smiling and laughing, he walked with Radha from forest grove to forest grove. Suddenly, slipping from his beloved's hand, he hid amongst the trees. Seeing him hiding among the trees, Radha captured Krishna. Then Radha slipped from his hand and ran away. Her anklets tinkling, Krishna looked as she hid among the trees. Wherever Radha ran, Krishna ran after her. Only a hand away, she ran among the trees. They were like a tamar tree and a golden vine, or a monsoon cloud and a flash of lightning. Like a dark mountain and a gold mine, Lord Krishna, who is more enchanting than Kamdev, shone with Radha, the most enchanting girl in the world. It was as if Kamdev and Rati had taken the form of Lord Krishna and girls of Braja in the Rasa dance arena. Lord Krishna danced in the Rasa dance arena, and all the beautiful gopis also sang and danced. The gopis shone with many Lord Krishnas, and the demigoddesses shine with many Indra. Then Lord Krishna enjoyed pastimes in the Jamuna. Lord Krishna enjoyed pastimes with the gopis as the Jaksha king enjoys the many Jakshis, splendid with many wonderfully colored and beautifully flowers fallen from the gopis' braids. Lord Krishna seemed to be marked with many verses written in the matter Ushnik. Accompanied by the sweet sounds of mridangas and kartals and their flower garlands moving to and fro, they sang the glories of Lord Krishna. Free of troubles and their desires not fulfilled, they attained great happiness. Free of troubles and their desires now fulfilled, they attained great happiness. With his glorious hand splashing and an unequal shower of water drops, Lord Krishna, the king of Vrindavan, enjoyed with the beautiful girls of Braja. As they looked on from the sky, the wives of Vidyadharas, Devas and Gandharvas became entranced, and their So this is how the rasa dance has been described. Now, there is a consideration who took part in the rasa dance. The Vedas are actually persons. So these personified Vedas approached Krishna and said, all the Vedas are concluding that worshipping you is the ultimate goal of life. And the worship, the way the gopis worshipped, that is the highest form of worship. Ramma Kachidupashana Brajavadhu Vargena Jakalpita. The way the gopis worship, that's the highest form of worship. So we are Vedas, so we want to experience that kind of relationship with you. Then Krishna said, okay, when I come in Dwapar Yuga of Vaivashvata Manvantar, 28th Apar Yuga, I'll fulfill your desire. So these Vedas, personified Vedas, thus became gopis, called Shruti-chari gopis. Then when Ramchandra went to Dandakaranya forest, the sages of Dandakaranya became enchanted by Lord Ramchandra's beauty. They are the worshippers of the Supreme Lord. But when they saw Ramchandra, they became so attracted to him that they wanted to have the position that Sita Devi has. So Lord Ramchandra said, look, in these pastimes, I am going to have only one wife. But in Dwapar Yuga, I'll fulfill your desire. So these sages of Dandakaranya became gopis. They are known as Rishi-chari gopis. The rishis became the gopis. Then when Lord Ramchandra went to Mithila and breaking the bow, got Sita Devi as his consort, then all the girls of Mithila became enchanted by Lord Ramchandra. And so they also expressed their desire to have a similar position as that of Mother Sita. Ramchandra also told them, not this time. In this time, I am going to have only one wife. So, but in Dwapar Yuga, I'll fulfill your desire. So, these are the Mithila Vasi gopis. Then Lord Ramchandra went on his way to enter a place called Koshal, the kingdom, their kingdom, and there also the ladies became attracted to Lord Ramchandra. So Lord Ramchandra said, okay, in Dwapar Yuga, I'll fulfill your desire. Then Lord Ramchandra came to Ayodhya, and the women of Ayodhya also wanted to have the same kind of relationship with Lord Ramchandra. Ramchandra assured them, the next pastimes in Dwapar Yuga, I'll fulfill your desire. And then when Sita Devi was in the forest, she was in exile and in the ashram of Rishi Valmiki. So at that time, as a king, Lord Ramchandra performing many yajnas. But while performing yajnas, the presence of the wife is essential. But Sita Devi has already absent. So, each time Lord Ramchandra performed a yajna, a golden Sita was formed. A murti of Sita Devi made of pure gold was. So those golden Sitas, Swarna Sita, Jagga Sitas were kept there. They were there. So they also came to Lord Ramchandra. Look, you accepted us as your wife, but you are not dealing with us as your wife. So Ramchandra said, okay, in Dwapar Yuga, I'll fulfill your desire. Then when Ramchandra was in the forest, some Pulinda women became attracted. That is the aborigines, those are forest dweller girls. They became attracted to Lord Ramchandra. So Lord Ramchandra said, I'll fulfill your desire. In this way, so many, whoever became attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in that conjugal mellow, Krishna assured them that he would fulfill their desires. So in this way, the residents of Rama Vaikuntha, the residents of the women of Setaddeep, Urdhva Vaikuntha, demigoddesses, Apsaras, Naga, and Naga Kanyas, they all became attracted to Krishna, and Krishna assured them that in Dwapar Yuga he would fulfill their desires. And this way, actually it has been described, there are millions of gopis in the rasa dance. Not just 16,108. They are the principal gopis. And as it has been described, there are groups. So there are many, many groups. And this is how Krishna performed, Krishna fulfilled the desires of different living entities, those who became attracted to him, as he says in Bhagavad Gita, Ye jatha mang prapaddante tangs tathaiva bhajamaham. The way one worships Krishna, prapaddante, the way one surrenders unto Krishna, the way one offers himself or herself to Krishna, accordingly Krishna responds, Krishna reciprocates. That is the wonderful thing about Krishna's pastimes. So, quite a few chapters are describing the pastimes of the Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan with the gopis. And so one incident here is very important, very nice. I told you about the Jagga Sitas. Anyway, let me read it from here. Shri Narada in response to Bahulasha's question, Narad Muni is saying, O King of Mithila, please hear the story of the Jagga Sitas who became gopis. As a sacred and auspicious story that fulfills all desires and removes all sins. In the south is a country named Ushinar, where for 10 years it did not rain. Fearful that it would never rain, the wealthy Gopas residing there travelled with their families and cows to the circle of Braja. O King, with the help of King Nanda, they made their homes in beautiful and sacred Vrindavan by the shore of Jamuna river. The Jagga Sitas, who had received a blessing from Lord Ramchandra, were born in their homes as beautiful gopis. Like from Ushinara province, the Gopas came and settled in Vrindavan. And in their family, these Jagga Sitas took birth. And when they saw handsome Lord Krishna, they became bewildered with love for him. To ask what vow they might follow to attain Krishna's mercy, they approached Sri Radha. And they said, "O Radha, O beautiful lotus-eyed daughter of King Vrishabhanu, please tell us what vow we may follow to attain Lord Krishna's favor. O Radha, you have made Lord Krishna, whom even the great demigods cannot approach, into your submissive servant. Krishna, who the demigod also cannot approach, you, Krishna, has become your servant. How did you manage to do that?" That was their question. "You are the most beautiful girl in all the worlds. You have crossed to the further shore of the deep meanings of all scriptures." Then Sri Radha said, "To attain Lord Krishna's mercy, you should follow the vow of fasting on Ekadasi." So, we spoke about worshipping Tulasi, benefit, and now the benefit of observing Tulasi, observing Ekadasi. Sri Radha said, during the dark fortnight in the month of Margashirsha, November, December, to kill the demon Mura, the holy day of Ekadasi was born from the body of Lord Vishnu. Desiring your welfare, I will tell you the names of the 26 sacred Ekadasis that appear in the different months. So she mentions about all the Ekadasi names. One who chants the names of these 26 Ekadasis attain the result of observing Ekadasi for 1 year. Okay? The names are Utpanna Ekadasi, Moksha Ekadasi, Safala Ekadasi, Putrada Ekadasi, Sattila Ekadasi, Jaya Ekadasi, Vijaya Ekadasi, Amalaki Ekadasi, Papamochani Ekadasi, Kamada Ekadasi, Baruthini Ekadasi, Mohini Ekadasi, Apara Ekadasi, Nirjala Ekadasi, Jogini Ekadasi, Devasayani Ekadasi, Kamini Ekadasi, Pavitra Ekadasi, Aja Ekadasi, Padma Ekadasi, Indira Ekadasi, Pashankusha Ekadasi, Rama Ekadasi, and Prabodhini Ekadasi. Once I'll say, one who chants the names of these 26 Ekadasis attain the result of observing Ekadasi for 1 year. But that doesn't mean that you should. Now listen carefully. O girls of Braja, please hear the rules for observing Ekadasi. On Ekadasi, one should control the senses and sleep on the ground. On Dwadasi, one should eat only once. How many times in Ekadasi then? Yeah. No eating. Not Ekadasi feast. I must admit that Prabhupada was very liberal. Prabhupada knew that he was just, these young American boys and girls are attracted to Krishna consciousness, and he didn't want to make this process too difficult for them. That's why his thing was just abstain from grains and beans. But the actual, you'll notice in Nectar of Devotion, in couple of places Prabhupada actually mentions fasting Ekadasi means not even water. Every Ekadasi, Nirjala Ekadasi. And nowadays I notice that many devotees don't even observe Nirjala Ekadasi. In ISKCON, we generally used to, Nirjala Ekadasi means serious Ekadasi. Nirjala means no jala, no water. So, at least on that day, try to observe the Ekadasi. Fully fasting. So the point here is, observing Ekadasi means fasting. And then also Dwadasi, only once. Eating, only once. One should eat only once. During Ekadasi, one should be pure-hearted and very clean. Wear clean garments. Drink water only once. Drink water only once. Rise for Brahma Muhurta and bow down to Lord Krishna. Bathing with well-want water is an inferior kind of bath. Those days they didn't include the shower. So, at least taking a bath in a bathtub can be considered bathing in well water. He's saying that bathing well water is the inferior kind of bath. Bathing in a pond is better. Bathing in a lake